Hello my friends, what you're seeing right now, it's my finally the Starry night that I want to have a progress, and that's the one that my WIP for the month of June. And I didn't think I will stitch with you with this black color, only come back maybe it's like bright blue something. But you know what, it's such a dark rainy day today. It's Monday and I just like don't know what really record. This kind of days knock me down a little bit. So because I'm stitching this one and it's so easy to stitch and it's a straightforward, you know, straight lines, so I thought, okay, let's just do this with you today. And look at this, I have such a pretty magnet. How amazing, the sparkles, glitter, I love it. And I have exactly this design, I think diamond painted and maybe even cross stitch, but this I don't know if Joy Sunday or the other one, cheap brand, not sure. So that's my kind of threader, but I'm holding it as a magnet. And last night I was stitching, kind of got to this peak because it's a long lines, and now it's kind of in here straight. So I thought we can stitch a little bit together, and maybe because you have it, this is the end of my table, and how close I can get camera to stitch with you, I'm not sure. It's on my canvas standing, and it's, see how it's far away yet. Well, if I can zoom out, here's the end. Here's the end. So basically I started this design this time, I think somewhere from this area, kind of you can see the stitches changes a little bit. So first was I have in here kind of longer, maybe like in here in a broken lines stitched, so to shrink my lines. So maybe I will do the same thing with you right now, because if I put my camera I'm not going to be able to move all the time all the way to the top. So maybe from here I'm just gonna close this line that I was stitching last night, and then we will stitch, kind of end up maybe somewhere in here in a broken line to go to stitch this area. Okay, my puppies, or it's, yeah, I think it's my puppies by the door. My son might interrupt me later when he will decide to go to the gym, I'm not sure. Somebody hit his car in the garage when he was working, so he's not in a good mood today. Okay, let me settle. Oops, this way. Okay, for now let's do from here, and then I will need to change my thread anyway. Okay, let me try if I can do this way to get to the point that we were stitched more comfortable. And I keep picking the fluff. I think it's because it's on my pants. I should change my pants to something that is not sticking, something silky, or just put shorts, because it's, if it's on my pants they keep pulling with the thread. Drive me nuts, but there's nothing I can do with all those fluffies in here. So if you see a hair hanging somewhere, like, just ignore, okay? If you pets person, you will understand me, because you have the same problem. Yeah, so this was my goal month of June for this design, is to finish finally all black color. And if I can count by the squares, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and then another was 10, so it's going to be around 2000 stitches if I put like approximately stitches into the blocks, whatever was like to make a full block. So around 2000 stitches sometime I think needed to complete this one. So that would be good progress. If I will manage more stitch in a color, that would be amazing as well. Last night, after seeing Jenny's progress on Mary Mushroom Village Picnic, she posted in a group, and she's moving, she's stitching. She already have over 4,000 I believe now. So she inspired me, and I pull out immediately and started to stitch my little bit. So I think, Jenny, you will push me on that one. I will push you through the ambulate in your European town if you wish, but I'm checking with you, so because I want to catch you on your stitches. Right now I have maybe 1200 stitches around, because I also restarted. She restarted many times as well. So now I'm stitching on same fabric. I just washed the fabric, 25 count even wave. But before I stitch in half stitches, and that was just not my thing. It was confusing me. I can go into the normal kinda. It's easier with the full stitch, because if you have to go from one point to the other, you can just go with the half stitches, and while you close on your stitches, you get back to the point where you need. If you have only half stitches, sometimes you end up in the middle of nowhere, then you have to cut your thread and start again. So I decided I'm going to do in full stitch, so that's what I'm doing, 1/1 in full stitch. So I stitched over 200 stitches yesterday, so that was already good progress. I would stitch more, but we had some problems. We had some leakage somewhere in the basement. Try to figure out where is the water leaking on the floor. So it looks like we found a little bit pipe on the ceiling up there, but then the water still appearing on the floors. Like, what is going on? We thought maybe we keep spilling the humidifier that's collecting water. It's not, because even I did like pour water away myself. I was doing like a very, very careful. Oh, am I still in the camera? Hold on, we have to move now. Now I'm gonna readjust, and whatever camera will see. Okay, that's where we're going to stay. Okay, don't let me go forward. Okay, maybe a little bit like that. So finally we figure out that's our actually water collector leaking somewhere, because when my husband put the box machine on a dry spot, it was water appearing underneath. So I don't know where, how that thing was leaking. So it damaged some furniture, got wet, moldy walls, so we have to do renovation up there. It's ripped ceiling, ripped walls. I have to empty the shelving up there. It's a storage room. That's what we tear apart. So now so we kinda I stopped my stitching last night because I have to move some stuff around, and that's kinda ruined my spirit of stitching. Okay, I'm just looking at the camera where I need to. Okay, I will not go over this blue line. All right. That's where we're going to stay, but I'm not gonna finish in a straight line, so later not visible. I'm just gonna make it like a broken few stitches up and down. Also, if you missed my video on Monday, there's 2 new starts up there. First, my beaded, actually I did started to stitch, and the dream catcher that everybody wanted vote. Most of you vote. I think it's only one person vote for the mushrooms, which I can start as well maybe later on. I don't think anybody voted for the castle, mostly Dream Stitcher. I think because of those metallic threads you wanted all to have that. So what I did, yes, I park lots of threads, and now I'm thinking I need a frame for that. So that's why I decided to kind of record video of this one to stitch. I want to stitch all this black threads so it's comfortable in this big frame, and then I will take this big frame and put right now into this to my dream catcher will be holding this frame. So if I want to stitch that one, I really need to finish stitching this one. By the way, I will tell you here honest thing that I don't remember if I mentioned or not. After I started my flowers, the colorful illusion design call from Paint and Fairy, they did lower price because it was ridiculously expensive, so they did lower price on that one and also on Dream Catcher. So check it out, link in the description box. Also those beautiful flowers Dream Stitch brought to their store as well. So there you have it. If you wish to stitch with me, everybody welcome. Go order and we will have lots of fun. Even I thought I will stitch those flowers every single day. It's a little bit harder right now as... Oh, my phone. Hold on, I have to answer. My apology. That was my husband. So where were we? Talking about those designs, right? I think about cross stitch of dream catcher and the flowers that you can order. Those flowers are amazing, and whatever sample I already did, it looks really good. So when I was at the campground, of course I took with me dream catcher because I did not want to wait any longer. I read, I think it was the same day when I left the campground, my video went live, and I read the comments, and already you were, many of you, asking for the dream catcher, I think because of the metallic threads. So I thought, okay, this design go with me from the right to the lake, and I started to park. Lots of blends I park up there already, and those blends looks fantastic with like a blue light color and darker than some kind of burgundy, I think. And did not stitch because yes, obviously I need the frame. So yeah, it's for dream stitcher because the other design I think I have a frame. Yeah, so after this one, when I finish all this black color, and I think I'm planning to finish this today because I really need this frame, and because this is like a strong, like straight lines of black color stitching, it's good to have it on a black frame, so black frame on a big frame, so I can just quickly stitch. And then later when I will do colors, obviously you can see there's like heavy confetti this area, and that one I can put like a smaller frame or something on this design when I will stitch. Plus this is design that I don't have to stitch in my like in the videos. This is, it could be stitched only you know, for the, just for me to make a progress on it, unless I will pull out such a pretty color blue that maybe we will stitch a little bit more, but by then I can put on a, even on a hoop for the sake of video. So I really need this frame, that's why we are going to finish this black color. Okay, so I'm finishing in here my, that's my another line was, I was in break kind of stitching here. So because this one thread already short, so it's actually perfect for me to, let's just finish and put new thread and start from beginning. Okay. I'm waiting some very pretty designs, and oh my god, that is so dangerous because it could be more stitches, more new starts. I don't know, my friends. I just cannot keep myself away from not starting anything else because it's beautiful, and when I get it, you will see why. The one that I'm actually waiting, very amazing one. It's from Dream Stitch. KS brand, I think. You know, I like the brand as well. It's a really nice brand. And I do wait in package also. I just created package yesterday from a Fairy brand. Yeah, you know, I can tell you what I ordered. Remember those mushrooms in a circle design? Yes, I have to have. I couldn't help it. And then when I was looking for the new product, what else they have that looks like could be like a European maybe design or something. So I order two designs. I order, and last night I got an email that it's shipped, which could be say shipped, but who knows, it's gonna be staying in China for a while before it gets moving, right? Oh, also I wanna see, there's some interesting frames up there. Looks like everybody liked these frames that I review from Dream Stitch. I might well put different design in that one. We have to see which will fit, which I have up there my custom, but these days I did not stitch my custom, so maybe I need to put up there something that I will be stitching more often on. I don't know, but also I'm waiting some interesting frames that feels like it's like a double something. I don't know. I order, we will see when it's getting here. So hopefully good and comfortable to stitch with, because with my starts, millions of them, that's it. I'm short on frames, and because I want to stitch all of them, I need a big frames, because all those designs are big. That means one thing, I have to quicker finish some of my designs that I already have enough frames. But the thing is, my stroll frames that I have my design pin into, it's just those frames not big enough for this new designs. No, Fairy brand always create big designs, which this one that I order, they are smaller, just to show you difference that you still can order smaller designs. And yeah, could be new starts, I don't know, and I don't care. You know, I am 55 years old. If I have another 10 years to live, I want to live and enjoy, because what, I will keep those designs and never stitch them while my arm's still working 80% of them with my injury. I better stitch now before I lose my sight, vision, my arms, who knows. So I want to enjoy my life. I like design, I will start, and I don't care if nobody wants to finish after me designs that I don't finish. But I figure if I have at least 10 years, this my new stars, they should be finished by then. Yeah, I kind of sad to think about it. Okay, that's not to. Let's go back to the happy place. Colorful. So this choice of black color also, because it's a grumpy day, I usually would say, oh, let's stitch. Oopsie, catch my threader. Have to move a little bit further. Would be nice to stitch something colorful, right, on a rainy day. But the truth is, I do love to stitch with black color as much as I like to stitch with colorful. The most not favorite color to stitch is brown, but I like to stitch with black. Surprise, surprise. And I enjoy as much as I would stitch now in pink color. Oh, talking about color, in my Merry Mushroom Picnic Village, I finally got some colors. Oh my goodness, because so far I was stitching like browns and greens colors. So finally I've reached, by filling those missing stitches, I got into the purple colors for the flowers. Oh, my soul was sinning. So that's why I was stitching a little bit longer than I was going to. And now I start to get some colors up there, and that's make me happy. Yes. But I'm on such a tiny spot yet. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be lots of stitching to do for that one. I need to start making some like a custom frame. Debbie, my lovely Debbie, hello to you. She keep doing her and she posted a few times in a Facebook group how she does. She's making frames from the pipes. She go to the hardware store, buy some pipes, and she's making her own frames. Well, her husband, lovely husband is a keeper, right? When they do frames for a wife, that's the keeper. So and I have some dowels I bought like last year, and I still didn't do nothing with that because I needed to drill holes in it. Now I'm like thinking, instead of maybe drilling the holes to put the thinner dowel on the inside, I might just going to use some kind of rope and tie them up each corner to hold the shape of the frame. And because I bought the dowels, they are a round one to kind of roll the canvas on it. But now I'm thinking I should buy maybe in square shape. That way it could be more comfortable to keep on a table, or I don't know. I definitely need to make it like a long frames, not maybe tall enough, but thinner frames. For my even having earth design, it would be nice to open the whole thing and just keep it open instead of on a very tiny square I have. And the fabric is so heavy and bulky because it's a big design. 999 stitches. I don't know why they didn't make 1,000. Why it have to be 99? Questionable. So I stitched that last night, and yeah, I think last night I was stitching those two designs only. I mean this design and oh no, I'm lying. I started because of my rotation, the dream nest. I did not stitch, but I park a whole bunch of threads. So next time I pick it up, I'm going to stitch it. It's actually laying next to me in here because, well, maybe I will show you on the end of this video. I decided to park a whole bunch of threads on the bottom of my frame. As I told you, I want to stitch as much as possible, like on the very, very bottom through the whole frame, so I can roll a little bit better, because my frame don't hold very well till you roll more fabric on it, and I'm just lazy to stitch extra fabric to it. So I parked, I don't know how many threads I parked, but that one is, I think 16 count. It's a very tiny stitches, or 14. No, I think it's 16. So I parked quite a bit, and mostly what I was stitching kind of like a gray colors. So then I saw some spot on the left corner, on the left side. I was like, oh, what is that? Let me check picture. And the picture was, that was like rose petal, no, some kind of like a flowers up there. So I hop in and put some parking threads up there, and I was so happy again to see the pink colors instead of just the gray colors, because a right corner bottom is really, really dark, kind of all gray colors. Still pretty, it's Egyptian threads, but I was happy to park some pinks. So after recording some videos, I might will record video on that design as well, because some of you have and stitch already a lot on that design. If you already finished, you would let me know if you did. But I think when I saw somebody were stitching, it doesn't look like same colors as on picture. It looks kind of darker. So I'm not sure if I already disappointed about it. I was hoping it's going to be like those baby pinks colors, but it looks to, maybe it's a picture the way it's taken. My air conditioner kicking under my table, and I can see the puppy hair is flying here and landing on my canvas now. It doesn't matter how much you vacuum, you're still gonna get it. Well, at least right now they shed much less than was before. So yeah, I will be stitching once maybe on that design as well, to bring it into my WIPs, because that design is beautiful, by the Spring brand. Amazing print. This one, Joy Sunday, but nice print as well. 11 count. And remember, I have a big design of the same design in 14 count that I almost wanted to ditch this one and start the other one. And you say, I think it's Julie the one, no, you should finish this one. Because the other design doesn't have a black color at all. It has 939, the darkest one, that looks like black. Never know, maybe after finishing this one I can start the other one to have a more starry night. Gift this one and keep the other one. If I would have a more time, I would stitch this single stitches first, then black. But now I'm just like, okay, it will be also easy to hide threads, wave underneath, or just stitch one by one is the pin stitch. I'm not sure what kind of color this will be. Yellow. Could be some kind of like a maybe light color to create like a twinkle light. I don't know. I cannot see it. Can I see this color? 31. Let's see what kind of color that would be. Where is my threads for this one? 31. I want to see. 31. What? Green. Yeah, green. You know, because this is tree. I keep forgetting that this is tree. That's just a tiny sparks of green. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so let me show you one more time. Remind, since I already pulled out. That's the design by Starry. Starry Night by Joy Sunday. Where is those bright colors that I should do next time, or maybe jump to the sun? No, I want to do blue colors somewhere in here on the bottom maybe. Yes, those colors are amazing, amazing. Okay, coffee sip. Hopefully later, excuse me, hopefully later it's not going to be, oh my goodness, my voice, not going to be so much see-through of the white canvas. After wash, hopefully threads will fluffen up a little bit and canvas will shrink and maybe it will look better. Because many girls say that after wash canvas shrink a little bit. That's why they recommend, well, especially I think if you're doing it like on a linen or something. This canvas, Ada, I don't know if they shrink or not, but other fabrics could shrink, and that's why recommendation to do for the back stitch to do after wash. So if you have a loom stitches, they wouldn't be drop after wash. Ada, do they shrink? I'm not sure. And I think this design don't have any back stitch. So if we would stitch the 11 count, there is a long panel, much more picture of this one. We would stitch in right now with the 939, I think. This spot would be dark blue. It's raining right now. Too much rain, and I'm just surprised how we have in Canada such a big wildfire. It's far away from me, but when we were by the lake, you can smell it. And yeah, foggy, and the moon at night kind of pinkish because of the fire. So thank goodness it's far away from us, but it's such a sad to think about all the animals in that woods and people up there losing their properties, waiting for our evacuation, and hopefully nobody lost lives. I hope so. But with how the fire even going by being so much rain in Canada, everything is wet. The grass is green like wet. Unless the area is dry, then how much rains as we do here. Like why this rain won't, fire won't stop. So sorry for those people. Sometimes I'm sitting with my tweezers and just picking tiny fluff that got stitched. Yeah, I'll have to do an end when I'm done with this. I'm glad I decided to stitch this design for the month of June to finally finish black colors, and we'll be done. I can choose another cross-country color and go, or from now on just start from my regular corner on the right bottom corner and stitch, like you stitch one, thread finish, park another one that is next to it, so we'll be stitched in a full coverage, and we can see picture more faster than I would stitch one color all the way through the canvas. Which is interesting thing if you follow my and Jenny's Merry Mushroom Village. That would be fun to see, because we are stitching from opposite sides. I'm stitching from the bottom right corner, so my finish will be on the left top corner, and she's stitching from the top left corner, so I guess her finish will be in the bottom right corner. So we kind of going to in some point meet up in the middle and see each other how it's going to look like when it's stitched. But the thing is, it's still going to look different. That's what's interesting about to compare later after we finish, because her have like a medium size and less colors, and I got the biggest size with max color. So we're still going to see a difference. I don't know how big difference will be in the picture after it's stitched, but oh my goodness, it is confetti heavy for me right now. I'm like literally on the other side of the canvas, have a blanket of crisscross threads that I probably not going to even show you my back end unless on the very end, because it's already tiny portion that I stitched. It's already blanket of the colors, and that's the only design probably that I did not care about if my design will be pretty on the back or not, because it's confetti heavy. It has to be messy looking on the other side, but who cares about the other side, right? We're not going to see if we frame it. So it's need to be framed after it's done, so nobody see how they look like on the back. That's the plan. So yeah, that would be fun to meet up in the middle after Jenny. So her YouTube channel, call it Jenny Diamond Painting. So please visit. She's amazing, amazing friend, very kind person. And what I was gonna say, something about this design. What did I wanted to say? Oh my goodness. Oh, the corner that she stitched, left up corner, that's the corner design, the big tree and that big mushroom. That's how I fell in love with this design, because when I have a nurse design, I have the last year Sal Stitch Alone competition, I was following people and watching who stitched that particular design, and I thought I can order that one, but unfortunately they won't sell a small portion like this, because that mushroom in a big design, it was amazing, right? In a as itself tree and the big mushroom, the details up there was amazing. But now in a full design, obviously it's going to be much smaller design of the tree and the mushroom, but still going to be looking good. But that's how I fell in love with this design. If that would look so good in a big design, so yeah, in a smaller will be smaller picture, but with so many more details. So yes, this she's stitching right now my favorite portion that I was following, and that's going to be my last piece to finish. Last finish. Yes, so sorry we're not going to have any colors today by stitching this design, but I'm going to sit down and finish all this black color. Maybe I will come back on the end of the month one more time with this design and stitch with you with blues, okay? Love to have a matching needle minder. Can you hear a rain being off the window screen? It's getting a little bit heavier. Good thing I let my dogs out in time before rain. It was already kind of starting to rain's coming down little by little. So I did that in time. Now they are good for a few hours. Hopefully it will stop raining till I have to let them out again. Okay, I think I have enough thread in here to get to this blue line. And then I will show you, if you have a time to stay a little bit longer with me, I will show you what I'm stitching on Heaven's design, because that design I don't think right now, at least I'm not going to stitch on camera because it's too much. If I will get to the area where I have a more solid colors to stitch and not so much confetti, then I would. But other than that, I'm just going to show you little by little. Well, I don't know, because I created the playlist, so I have to stitch in some point on it. Maybe I will. Okay, but for now I'm going to show you right now where I am and what kind of colors I went to it. That makes me happy. Okay, let me zoom out and we can see what I have so far in here. Let me just jump. Put away my... Oh, look at this. This one of the braids. Look at how amazing. Those blue colors. Ay, ay, ay. Lots of pretty green as well in here. So pretty. And this is just the one palette. Okay. To show you my Heaven's design, I have to put my stuff away on the dining table, because... Just a minute. Let me hop away. Zoom out. Oh, that's too much. Okay, anyway, that's how much I have to still stitch. It's still a big chunk. Okay, I have to put my, because there's diamond paintings in here, and my yeah, for the Heaven's design I'm using this one magnifier that I told you I'm literally sitting on it. Yes, very fancy. My Halloween ride. And let me show you this design that I am parking threads, and I think I will be stitching with you my bird design. Let me show you. See, this on the design we have the flowers in here, so that's where I started to park. Kind of hard to tell how many park in here, but quite a bit in here. And then I park all these threads to continue kind of from this corner, because that's all I have stitched in here. So I park wherever color go from the bottom to kind of moving up a little bit, and I still will be parking more, but right now I kind of start to stitch a little bit. So yeah, I was happy to see actually pink colors, and I have two, one pink, one kind of light pink or purplish, two threads already in here, because we will have in here this kind of branch of flowers going down. So that's what I have already, two pink, and the mostly pink in here, this part. Oh my god, my fingers, look at that, it's a scratch. I don't even know how this happened with puppies and me being so clumsy. Yes, so this one ready to stitch, and let me show you, okay, I have to put this board on a dining table with diamond paintings on it. So I can open my bucket in here with Heaven's design stand in here all the time, because I'm supposed to stitch more often. So if I can show you picture right now, okay, this beauty. So I am dipping into this purple flowers, but I'm like literally like somewhere in here yet. Oh my god, so much to go. Look at that. Want to catch, and I'm here when I'm stitching, go further, that's kind of like a one page somewhere in here finishing. It's like a not full page. And she's stitching Jenny's stitching on this corner. So I think in a saw that I saw, it was, I know it was this tree, but I'm not sure it was a 2 mushrooms or that was just a, I think it was like this mushroom. Why do I think it was this mushroom? I don't know, but it was in here somewhere that I fell in love with this tree, especially with this bark, like so many details. This tree was like blow me away. So I thought, that's it, I'm gonna get it. And oh my god, so much in here to discover, so many fairy. The picture is so small that later when I stitch this, it will be so much more details visible and more fairies because they are so tiny. There's up there somewhere walking. Oh yeah, lots and lots of fun. But let me show you what I have so far, my friends. It's not much to see yet, not much to see. Oh, hold on, I need to readjust my, oh, you can see, hold on, like this, and I'm just gonna put on the top so we can see. Fabric, lots of fabric in here. Have to see, you have to zoom. Okay, I'm going to turn around camera. Hold on, not the camera, but this one's going to be upside down for you, but I will get to the camera. Okay, it's going to be upside down for you, but look at it. I was so happy to finally, and I didn't even roll yet because I have to stop emergency of the water. So now I have this bright pink that I started few stitches in here, and my page is finishing somewhere like in here, and well, actually page finishing here. See, I mark it up a little bit with the blue light in here, blue color. So that's kind of like a page up there. But look at this purple. So I kind of can start to see resemblance of the leaf up there, and those purple colors through there. I went, oh, that's what I was stitching, trying to all this where's my scissors? Keep showing you with my fingers. This little tiny spot in here that was like was open, and lots of single stitches around here. So when I started to fill up that empty space, that's why I discovered I have a colors. Yes, only one stitch I cheated in here, and that's this single purple color, because it would be another green one, I don't know, like a single stitch, and I decided that's it, it's going to be, because lots of purple in here, it's going to be okay. So when I was stitching purple in here, I just stitch that symbol in here and mark it up. That's it, that's the only cheat I did on it. So yeah, that's all I have for now. Whew, so much to stitch. But now when I see designs start to appear a little bit, I can see resemblance a little bit of something. That's what's gonna make me stitch one more and more, right? It will be more fun to stitch when you see actual picture, because when it's nothing there, that is not fun. So that's what I was stitching. And what else I was doing? Yeah, my dream catcher threads, all braided nicely and parked. But that one you can see all my parked in a video on Monday. All right, my friends, thank you so much for staying with me today. I love you all. I will be finishing that black color because I need this frame for the dream catcher for now till I find something else. But I love this. If you have a big project, I highly recommend to do this big frame in 43 by 43 centimeters. Same like this one. This one is small one. I can't remember how big this one, but this one 43.1 square, and it's amazing, amazing. Somebody asked me to show how I put my canvas in the frames. If for example, Q-snaps like that. I already show how I do an example, I think of or European town or Ambilight, I don't remember, but I guess I will create a separate video with different frames. I just have to get time one day and have those old frames empty, which I will have to pull out my cross stitch to actually show you how I do. But usually time from time I showcase and how I do it as of the progress. But yeah, thank you for asking this question, and I will try to do this tutorial, probably not this week though, but I will try my best. Okay, so thank you very much everybody. Love these colors. I have to roll them in here and park some more. So yes, now I have to fill up all this thing inside. Go to do it. Yep. That's it. Talk too much. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you tomorrow with the Ambilight. The Ambilight day.